What's going on, guys? CardMechanic here, and today I'm going to be teaching you an amazing card trick that'll fool almost anyone. Let's do it. Now check this out. We'll start off by giving the deck a quick shuffle. And then we'll just give the deck one quick cut. And now from here, I'll hand the deck over to the spectator and completely turn my back. Now I'm going to instruct the spectator to start dealing cards out one at a time until they feel like stopping. So let's just say they want to stop right here. So I instruct the spectator to take a look at this card, remember it, deal it over here, and then deal 4 more cards on top of it. Okay? Now, once that is complete, I'll tell the spectator to mix all these cards up so I have no idea where their card is. Okay? Now, being the performer, I'm going to turn back around and I'm going to have the spectator spread all these 5 cards out. And then, simply by reading the spectator's mind, I will tell the spectator that they selected the King of Spades. So just to give you guys a little bit of a background on this trick, this is known as Mediumistic Stunt Number 1 by Cy Stebbins. And of course, as the name kind of suggests, this involves using a stacked deck of cards. Now, for those of you who don't know, a stacked deck is a deck that has been prearranged in a certain pattern or order. Now, in this case, if you actually show the spectator these cards, they would be completely unaware that the deck is stacked at all because it just, at first view, looks like, any other mixed up deck. Now, personally, I've only been using stacked effects for a couple of weeks now because I always thought it was a hassle stacking up a deck and then doing some kind of false shuffle. I always thought that was a lot of work, but the thing is you get a lot stronger reactions with a lot less work using a stacked deck. Now, of course, to do this trick, you're obviously going to have to put the deck in a Cy Stebbins stack. So I'll put a link in the description to the Cy Stebbins wiki so you can go and check out how to set up that deck. Now, once you have the deck all stacked up, we can actually get into the performance. So I like to start off my performances by giving the deck a full false deck shuffle. And this actually, goes really well with this effect because then it takes off all suspicion of the deck being stacked. So if you guys don't know how to do that, I'll put the link on the screen and description so you guys can go and learn that. So once the deck has been shuffled, I could even allow the spectator to give the deck a cut. Since it's in the stack, it really doesn't matter how the stack is being cut. So now from here, I give the deck to the spectator, turn my back, and let them pretty much do all the magic. So I turn around and I tell the spectator to start dealing off cards one at a time until they feel like stopping. So let's just say they want to stop right here. Okay, so they stop right here. We can get rid of these cards. So now from here, you're going to tell the spectator to take a look at that top card, and that's going to be their card. So in this case, it's the Jack of Clubs. And now you're going to instruct the spectator to deal off 4 more cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then they can put the rest of the deck to the side. And then while your back is still turned, you're going to tell the spectator to mix up all of these cards as much as they want. Just these 5, not into the entire deck. Right, so now, boom. Deck is all, this pack is all mixed up. And now you'll tell the spectator to lay the cards out, all face up. And now you're going to turn your back around. So at this point, before you turn your back around, you actually have no idea what the spectator picked, no idea what these 5 cards are. But the second you're turning around, you're looking for 2 things. The first thing you're looking for is a repeating suit. So in this case, we'll see the clubs are repeating. So this card that the spectator picked is going to be a club. Now, based off of that information, in your performance, you could say, I think you selected a club, or do some kind of mentalism effect. So performance is completely up to you at this point. But at this point, it's either a club. Well, at this point, it's a club. And now the way you're going to do this is you're going to take the higher club. So in this case, the higher club is the Jack of Clubs. And that is going to be the spectator's card. So you can actually do this for any 5, consecutive cards in the deck, right? So in this case, it was Jack of Clubs. Let's take another example. let's just say these were the next 5 cards. Let's say they selected King of Hearts, and you'll see that that is the highest card. If we take again, now, and this is actually a special case because when you see a 2 and an ace, the 2 is the higher card and not the ace. Okay, that's key. That's very important. You don't want to mess this up. The 2 will be a higher value than the ace. However, if there is an ace and king present, the ace is the higher value. All right, so just keep that in mind. Right, so now let's just say that these are the 5 cards. The spectator selected a 2 of spades. They shuffle all that up. You turn your back around. And I've actually only done this trick about 2 times. And I've tried it 2 ways. One where I pretended to use mentalism, you know, just my own self involved in the trick, and selected the 2 of spades. That got a pretty good reaction. But one thing I actually found that worked really well was I took the spectator's hand and I had their hand go over the cards like this, right? So I grabbed the spectator's hands, I was going over like this, and I told them I'm listening, you know, for some kind of increase in, you know, their heartbeat. So for those of you who don't know, if you actually touch here, you can feel anyone's heartbeat. That's living, of course. So boom, you go on top of their card, you say, I think this is the card that you selected. And for me, that got much better reactions than just me trying to read their mind, right? And yeah, that is the trick. Stacks are pretty awesome, and I hope you guys liked it. Welcome to the end screen. Thanks for watching. Make sure to go check out my Patreon page to help support my channel, because that'll really mean a lot to me. So link to that in the description along with all my social media stuff. So make sure to follow me on there as well. And that being said, I'll see you in the next video.